Hello and welcome to This Week on 33rd Street. I'm sports editor Holden McGinnis, and joining me today are sports editor emeritus Riley Darrell Steele and sports editor Ian Lamar Wennick. We're here to discuss this weekend in Penn athletics, but mainly focusing on football and men's basketball, though we will be traveling down to Tennessee to cover women's basketball.
Rocky Top!
Woo! And to kick things off, Al Bagnoli's final home game. Riley, what do you think is going to happen this weekend, and how's Penn going to honor him?
Well, I spoke to one of the members of Penn Athletics earlier today when I was down at football practice. They let me know that they are planning on honoring Al Bagnoli. They're planning on doing it before the game begins. They're going to honor the senior class, a senior class that includes veterans like Connor Scott, Dan Wilk, Mitch King, Spencer Kolksar, Dan Davis, and many others. They're going to do that, have their families down there, and then they're going to do some sort of tribute to Al Bagnoli. They're staying pretty tight-lipped. They haven't told me what they're going to do, but they're going to do it pre-game and then let the team focus on the mission at hand, which is to hopefully try and beat Harvard in Saturday's game.
Yeah, definitely going to be a tough test against an undefeated Harvard team that can clinch a share of the Ivy title with a win this weekend. But of course, we're in this weird transition period where it's the end of all the fall sports and the beginning of the winter. So looking ahead to the start of the basketball season, men's basketball having their home opener against Delaware State this weekend. Ian, what do you expect to see out of the team?
Well, they're taking on a pretty easy opponent to start the season off. Delaware State comes in. They were 335th in the nation out of 345 teams in scoring, averaging about 61.6 points per game, which is not how you win a basketball game. So then you're going to see Jerome Allen and his new assistants, Nat Graham and company. They're going to play around with the lineup a lot, I think, mess around with the rotation. One thing that assistant coach Graham told me in practice was that you might see some tinkering with a three-guard lineup early on in the season. I know that'll give some Penn fans heart attacks, but with Tony Hicks, Darnell Foreman, and Antonio Woods, all very talented players, I think you can see that three-guard lineup a lot this weekend. I think it'll work and get some buckets.
And Riley, what are your predictions for this weekend in football?
Football, I think it's going to be a great ceremony beforehand. I think it's going to be real emotional for the players and for Al Bagnoli.
Definitely.
I know they'd love to go out with a win. I don't think it's going to happen. Harvard has too much at stake to lose this game. I think they put up probably 41, 44 points and win 44-20.
Yeah, I think that's pretty fair. This definitely isn't going to be a game where Harvard's running up the score against them just to keep things nice for Al Bagnoli in his final game. I'm going to call this one 35-10 in favor of Harvard. Ian, your thoughts?
Well, for football, I mean, Harvard, number 17 in the FCS poll, fantastic offense. Unless Penn brings a whole bunch of Spider 2 White Bananas movies beforehand, I don't see this one being particularly close. I'm going to say Harvard 38, Penn 21. A game that's close in the first half. They'll come out inspired.
And then the other game we've been talking about this weekend, men's basketball. Riley, what are your predictions for that game?
I think Penn wins. I think they get off to a good start, and I think that's really key this year in terms of long-term success. I'll take Penn 77, Delaware State 63.
Yeah, I think that sounds about right, honestly. I mean, this is one of the early season games. Coach Jerome Allen sort of put together a lighter schedule than the past couple of years, and this is definitely a game that's going to be winnable and get the season off to a better start than the past couple of years. I'm going to call this one Penn 75, Delaware State 65. And Ian, your thoughts?
I mean, the Hornets aren't that much of an opponent. They have a brutal schedule going up. I think they're going to get their season off to a tough start, and Penn's going to be feeling pretty good heading into that three-game home stretch to kick off the season. I'm going to say Penn 77, Delaware State 55.
So, signing off for Daily Pennsylvanian Sports, this was This Week on 33rd Street. Signing off for Riley Steele and Ian Wennick. This is Holden McGinnis. Thanks, and have a great weekend.